Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop.
This motherfucker don't miss. This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he...
All right, everybody, we in the house. We in the house. I got some technical difficulties real quick. I'm trying to get this camera to cut on for me. All right, bear with me. So I'm trying to get the cut on. Hold on 1 second for me. I'm going to actually play the first clip to get this started off. I do apologize, but you're now rocking with the best, so you don't need the rest.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you very much.
Negroes anyway. Shout out to everybody, but I'm the degenerate. Negroes anyway. Shout out to everybody, but I'm the degenerate. I'm the degenerate. These are your heroes. Anyway, it's the evil world we live in. We have a young son of a video vixen. Who remembers the video vixen days? We're going back in the day. I told you y'all mamas was 304s, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But here we go right here. We have a man that says he grew up with his mom being a video vixen. And as we guys know, video vixens used to be the shit back in the day. That was our Instagram. Video vixen models. All right. We used to wait to watch BET Uncut, you know what I mean? 106 in Park, and watch all the fine young honeys. Gloria Velez and what was that one name? Megan something. She was on the show with Joe Budden. All right. She used to be a video vixen. All of them girls out there in the apple bottom jeans, the boots with the fur, that type of shit. All of them girls and shit. Yeah. What are them? What are them video vixen girls? Yeah. Maya. Just girls out there with big fat booties and shit, you know. Even the white people had video vixens. She's my candy pie. Is it candy pie or cherry pie? And it was a slutty white woman that looked like Kelly Bundy. And the girl was like 16 in the video. Don't at me on this, man. I'm giving y'all a good rundown. The girl was literally 16 in the video. Aerosmith had a girl in the video that blew up. Who was the girl that was in Aerosmith's video? And that was like, she's so hot. Literally was 16 years old in the video. Don't at me. It is what it is, bro. Hey, look, I'm giving y'all the rundown. Ain't nothing new in this. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Yeah, Alicia Silverstone blew up, got famous because she was in the Aerosmith video. 15, 16. And his daughter was in the video 15 to 16. But if you trace back the dude in Aerosmith, well, he had a 16-year-old girlfriend at this time. But that's neither here nor there. Tawny Katayan, she's my cherry pie. 18, 17. Tracy Lords, 15, 16. It is what it is. We used to love women. I'm not going to go into this.
All right, I got my technical difficulties worked out.
This man has something to say about his
mama.
Shout out
to Coach holding down the show without even knowing
So we're going to break this down on It's the evil world we live in. Let's get into it.
Big dog.
It's an evil world. I remember when I was little, my mom, she used to be like a video vixen or whatever. She used to like date rappers. Whole time she was just getting fucked on by these niggas. They wasn't even really dating her because they never claimed her.
Oh.
She used to go backstage and stuff like that. I remember
tough conversation.
Venue. It was a bunch of people on stage doing concerts and stuff like that. We walked all the way to the back, and I guess it was like Ludacris backstage shit where she was dating Ludacris at the time. We go back there, she see the nigga, and then we leave. And then it was the same situation where she was dating T.I.
Oh my!
We went to Cascade for King's birthday. We went to the back to see King open his presents and stuff like that, and then we left. She didn't even buy us skates or nothing. And what's crazy is T.I. bought out the venue. We could have got skates for free. It's just the fact that she was showing us off like a purse because she looked so young that she had to prove to the niggas that she was fucking, that she had kids so she could get more money out the niggas.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Coach, ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun, gentlemen. It's just overt now. So now we're living in the age where the video vixens kids are speaking out. Well, just wait till the OnlyFans kids are speaking out. Wait till the kids that are now 8, 9, 10 grow up in 20 years and they start talking about their moms being OnlyFans girls. When Daphne Joy's kid, 50 Cent's son, he's 13 now, allegedly. When he comes out and starts talking about the trauma he saw and what his mama was doing, turning tricks, allegedly. Okay.
Emotional, damn it.
All right. Let me fix my camera. Hold on 1 second, man. I was having some serious technical difficulties. All right, there we go. We all lined up. I am the Timu coach. I am the great value of podcasting content. I'm the one-man marching band. I am Sky Daddy, Fofo. Hold on, I gotta hit y'all with a little bit of this. But most importantly, I am just here to deliver the message. And I'm glad that you guys can see my chocolatey smooth face today because this is a special one. This is a special one. And shout out to the coach. Hold on, let me get a coach to prop. He be helping out and he don't even know it. Shout out to you, big dog. Coach so good, he holding down his money mindset and my show all at the same time. So shout out to you, coach. Shout out to everybody here. Let me give you some Americans with peach skin clapping it up. Thanks for being here. And according to my analytics, which I could really care less about, most people watch my show on the replay. But again, I'm just here to deliver the message. So when you watch it, whether it's, and 50 years from now, most people understand what I'm putting down. So I got a very special topic today. Who hurt you? Hold on. Who hurt you?
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
So who hurt you? I mean, we've all heard it, especially us as men. You know, you go through a traumatic experience in a relationship, you make the proper adjustments, aka having standards, and then you get the proverbial who hurt you. I'm sure we've all gotten it, we've all experienced it, and I'm gonna explain exactly who hurt you today. Mama's Love 101. So this is a reaction video. It's from CGA, Coach Greg Adams. If you don't know him, you need to. He's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. He held down my show while I was sorting out my technical difficulties today for the first 5 minutes. I got some more clips from CGA and fair use, big dog, fair use. But check him out. Free Agent Lifestyle. He's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Trust me, if they know anything about the manosphere, they know exactly who he is. He's been in the game for about a decade or more now. And shout out to him. So we're going to be taking a look at a show clip that he had recently that inspired me to make this video. So shout out to you, Coach. I was watching your channel, caught on the replay, and I came across this clip with this young light-skinned brother who, you know, he's a lot braver than me as far as being able to put this on the World Wide Web, or as Coach would say, on Al Gore's internet. I don't know if I would put this story out there, but this story is all too familiar for a lot of people if they're truly being honest about who hurt them. And if you haven't caught my video, I probably still have it up on Rumble, but check it out. Trauma starts in the womb. That's initially where it starts. Your energy's perfect. Over that 9-month span when you're in the womb, right before you're born, you know, you're experiencing a lot of trauma Whatever she eats, you eat. Whatever emotions she's experiencing, you're experiencing. Whatever spiritual things that she's experiencing, you're experiencing that as well too. Music, food, etc. So that's where the trauma starts. But then it also is not limited to as far as your adolescence and even into your early adulthood. And it starts with your mother. A lot of people don't want to address that issue. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at the so-called black community. You know, who's running the show over there? And then why do you see those people so emotional, irrational? You know, we all see it if you're being honest with yourself. And not all, not all, not all, not all, not all, not all, but most. But most. That's what we see for most people. And it's not even limited to that community. I mean, we see a lot of Darrens and Karens and the George Washington side of the boulevard who also have a lot of trauma from their mama to where they want to handpick, to where they're really controlling, to where they pander, to where they're very manipulative. So we see it on that side as well too. Got tiger moms. I mean, everybody catching strays over here. But when I came across this clip, I really saw that this is going to be something that's extremely important moving forward as far as people addressing that trauma, seeing it, addressing it, dealing with it, or having faith. And again, having faith is doing the secular and spiritual works and accepting the results either way. But a lot of people, and the reason that it's more paramount today is because there's a carbon footprint. You got Lonely Fans, you got Instagutter, you got Snap Clap, you got all these different apps where, you know, today it's a monetized dating market. And what that leaves is at least a digital footprint that the children will have to suffer from and that the children will have to deal with. So this young guy, you know, that Coach clipped on his show illustrated that, and he put it in a very colorful and elegant way. But this is something that is very dear to a lot of people if they're truly being honest, because, you know, that's the world that we live in nowadays. And no judgment to that, brother. So if you come across this channel, I do respect your bravery as far as being able to put your testimonial out there, so that way we can commentate and use it as a learning experience. A smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from others' mistakes. All the glory to the Most High. But I showed you that first Coach clip, and fair use, Coach, fair use. But let's get into the second clip, and I play all my clips through. You'll hear me talking in the background as far as giving my commentary, but I like to play it all the way through so that way you can digest it in real time. You can show your work, and then you can also see. Hold on, let me play this for you. You can also see what I see, and then we can get in the comments. All comments will be read on stage. So if you do got something you want to get off your heart, my show is always an open mic. I do have subject titles and points that I want to hit on. But if you've been doing the energy strengthening, which is the real reason that I'm here, get in the comments. Let me know what you've been experiencing. That's the message that I'm truly here to deliver. But we'll have some, you know, main topics. We'll have some side topics. Today is just a reaction show. I just want to solely react to this young brother illustrating his, you know, experience of how his mama traumatized him in a way as far as her, you know, sexual escapades and activities. And this will be something that will be extremely paramount moving forward as far as Gen Z, Gen Alpha, with some of the things that their mamas are doing right now in real time. And trust me, they're doing it. But here is clip number two. Clip number two, and fair use, Coach, fair use.
He's 13 now, allegedly. When he comes out and starts talking about the trauma he saw and what his mama was doing, turning tricks, allegedly.
By the way, okay, Coach, that's like, a hell of a shirt.
Where we're at,
I like
bruh.
The color. I like the fit.
And he naming names backstage, underrated. Now, we used to call that, and people thought I was joking, but this is real. His mama was backstage, underage adolescents. How you doing? Fine. She replied, hi, side. I like to do the wild thing. Action took place. Hey, kind of wet. Don't forget the J, the I, the M, the M, the Y. Yo, I need a body bag. Hey, do me, baby.
I need a body bag. Ow.
Do me, baby. Do me, baby. Do me, baby. And I told y'all, man, the dudes the girls these dudes used to sing about were literally 14 to 19. Now today we got old hoes and skeezers still running around here. You're like, but dudes thought the women that these men, the women that these men were singing about were like 25, 30. No, these women were backstage, underage adolescents. How we doing? Fine. She replied, hi, sign. I like the little wide thing. Action took place. Hey, kind of wet. Don't forget the J, the I, the M, the Y, yo. I need a body bag.
My man back in his skating days. He was feeling it.
All right, let's get back to the video here. He naming names, bro.
And she wasn't even helping us with the money. Wasn't even paying bills or nothing like
Listen
that
up,
with the
y'all.
money, because my stepdad was paying the bills, but he wasn't staying with my mom because she would force him to stay with his mom or stay wherever he was staying, because she didn't want him staying in the house so she could fuck other niggas. Really, she was cheating on him with my dad, while my dad was cheating on my stepmom. And then he would drive all the way 12 hours to come fuck my mom, and then be bullshitting and stuff like that, where they was emailing back and forth and shit, talking about they was finna get married, and my stepmom caught that goofy ass. And then they ended up having to fall out and stuff like that because of my stepmom, because he had to get his shit together. Whole time she's still doing this shit back and forth with these rappers and stuff like that behind my stepdad back.
Oh,
the humanity.
brothers, kill another
That's
brother.
a lot to take
I
in.
thought the object was to love one another. Hey man, listen, let me tell you something, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen and ladies, kids, people who want to have kids. I'm going to tell you this lesson about kids. And you might remember this as your own self as a kid, but as adults, we forget. When you have kids, you think kids are dumb. I've been trying to teach you this, and this is why I teach. I don't just gossip. I entertain, but I teach. But one thing you're going to have to understand as a parent and teachers and adults, we think kids are dumb, and we think they can't put two and two together, and they don't have instincts. They don't have like, what do you call, like red alerts. They don't have things that'll trigger questions and you causing confusion in front of them. So you'll do things and you'll look at the kid and be like, oh, that kid's dumb. They don't put two and two together. They don't know. But one thing you have to understand is kids are very intuitive. This is why when they're with strange people, or they get lost, or they separate from the parents, they get anxious, or they see people that they don't know and familiar with, and they freeze. They might not be able to fight. They might not be able to verbalize it, but they're very instinctive. And they even know that, okay, if you're if you're married to mom, why are you talking to that woman? Why did you give her a hug? Why did you give her a kiss? They'll ask, and they're like, you're married to mom. So
kids are little sponges, man. Yeah, that was some good stuff, man. That was absolutely correct, man. That was some good stuff. Let me hit him with the, you right, you know.
He's right, you know. He's right, you know. He's right, you know.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Kids are little sponges. I mean, we don't give them enough credit. I mean, if you look at it, the first 2 years of their life, they learn how to, walk. They learn how to talk. They pick up on the culture. They pick up on a lot of different things within the first 2 years of their life. I mean, that is probably the greatest time within your life that you're going to be learning and growing. So kids definitely notice this, and you have to understand the importance, the connection that they have to a mother and to a father. And hold on one quick second for me. Hold on one second. All right, thanks for holding for me. But they definitely notice their parents, when there's someone else that's not their mother, that's not their father around. And the kids are always going to have a longing for their actual mother, biological, and their actual father, biological. So when they see someone else, coming to the fray, they see someone else, touching, kissing, being around that opposite parent, they're going to automatically repel from it. And they're going to automatically, get a sense that something is wrong, which is just natural. It's just natural to experience that. So even if they don't know exactly what you're doing per se, they understand that, you're not doing it with them. And a real relationship, regardless of, and that's why you can only have so many friends. When people have 7,000 friends or 19,000 followers, To me, it's whack because you're just inviting a lot of people into your personal life. So that way, and most people, not all, but most people are negative or they have a negative software. So there, I would say out of 19,000, maybe only 5 of them are real with you. And I'm being very generous with that number. So opening up yourself to a lot of different people, followers, and blah 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 blah. I don't see it as a huge benefit, not unless you're being monetized off of it, not unless it's some type of business model. So children understand intuitively when that parent is with different people, that time that is supposed to be reserved for them, which is in, tender years of their life, is not being reserved for them. And they just know intuitively that's wrong. And that opposite person, male or female, represents the reason that that's not being there. Trust me, they understand this. This is just a natural thing to understand. So they can't break it down X's and O's. Hey, mom went on a trip. This is why I'm with grandma, for another weekend. But this guy, he's just, going back down memory lane and just, recounting what happened in his personal experience. But I see that for a lot of these, tater tot, pizza roll in the oven, buying V-Bucks, those Gen X, Gen Z guys, this is exactly what they were experiencing with their mother, who just wanted to shove, Xbox or a PlayStation down their throat, alienate them from their father, and then run off and go do the things that she wanted to do, or just leave them with grandma altogether. And this is why a lot of those guys lack social skills, because that was the play. That was the play from the early 2000s, even still to now, was to just shove an iPad, shove an Xbox, shove a PlayStation down that younger guy's throat, so that way mom can go out and do what she wanted to do. And a lot of fathers were complicit in this as well too, because they wanted to operate and beat the women at their own game, which is always going to be an L. This is what you really need to do. Hold on, where's my boss up at?
You better boss up. Don't nobody care about your feelings.
Yeah, we're gonna do the energy strengthening later, but I just wanted to just, rip for a minute. I wanted to cook for a minute. So a lot of those younger guys, the Jalen's, the Jadens, the Jordans, first name, last name guys nowadays, that was their experience. And this guy's able to illustrate that experience. And this is why they have a hard time in certain social situations, looking you in the eye, talking to you just normally, shaking your hand, having certain social cues, not wanting to have a woman, not wanting to have a family, not having ambition in life, because that digital experience in tender ages, and even to, young, especially for the males, it just stripped it away from them. They didn't get those vital skills as far as, riding a bike up a hill, fixing your bike, dealing with the bully in the neighborhood, wheeling and dealing. They got an iPad, they got a PlayStation, they got an Xbox, so that way mom can go thought it up. That was the majority of their experiences. And the dads were, they created a barrier with child support, because the women are going to outvote us, in almost every instance. So they were able to put these gynocentric, matriarchal, man-hating laws into place in order to keep the dad alienated from the child. And then some dads were just losers and just didn't want to be there, or they wanted to beat women at their own game. So that was a part of it as well too, a much smaller part. But the majority of what was happening was that these mothers were leaving their kids to be raised by an iPad, a PlayStation, or Xbox, and left with the grandparents, so that way they can go out and do what they wanted to do. They can create highlight reels that they can post on Instagram or Pinterest. And this kid is illustrating that experience, and that's something that we're going to have to address. Again, the trauma starts in the womb, but this just throws lemon juice into the cut as far as, when they come out of the womb, and these are some of their experiences. A lot of them get dropped off at daycare within the first 2 years of their life. Like, that is absolutely egregious. Got to get at the buzzer. And
hell no.
Do not take your kids to daycare, at all. I mean, but especially within the first 2 to 3 years, that is absolutely egregious. But we got a comment here. So let's get in the comment section. Remember, all comments will be read on stage. So get it off your heart, get it off your chest. We can talk about anything from A to Z. My show is an open mic. I do got a reaction show that I'm doing tonight, and I'm going to get through all my clips with CGA. And shout out to CGA, fair use, fair use. But get in the comments, get active. There's no show without you. Salute. We got Cali West, Miami. You know what I got for you, big dog. You know what I got for you. Special order, special delivery coming up right now.
My nigga.
Yes, sir. Check out his show. He giving you that southern flavor mixed with a little bit of Cali style. I appreciate you for being here, big dog. You know I got to give you and the audience and everybody else that watches this on the replay, I got to give you some Americans with peach skin clapping it up. And Cali West, let me ask you, big dog, do you see that a lot of these mothers are the main reason that a lot of these younger guys don't, and also younger women as well too, they lack social skills because they were raised by an iPad, they were raised by an Xbox, they were raised by, you know, a PlayStation that it created, and then you throw COVID on top of it. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, this is what we're doing at this point. So not only were they already being dealt with this way and having this lack of parenting, we sprinkle COVID on top of it. We take away 2 years from high school, and this is what we're left with. This is what we're left with, and this is who hurt you. So when you got an older sister like me, and shout out to my older sisters, you know who you are. How's your little business doing? How's your little business? Who hurt you? It's like, if I told you who hurt me, what are you going to do about it? You going to punch him in the face for me? And I'm being facetious, y'all. If you're new to my show, these are jokes, people. But we got some more comments here. Let's get in the comment section. Let's see what we got. And Cali West says, yes, he does agree that this is why these boys is air fried nowadays, because they got digitized, and the younger years where they should have been, you know, learning how to tie, you know, knots and build tents and, you know, shoot bow and arrows and load a gun and you chop down a tree, that they were just, you know, living in the virtual world. And that's why it's hard to actually converse with them a lot of times, and they're out of it because their whole reality coming into the game has been a not reality. It's been a digitized, you know, third person Ready Player One type of experience. And that's exactly what the metaverse wants, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. And then also, oh yeah, that's a good point too. And he also adds mothers being helicopter parents. I mean, we got to zero in on this thing. We really got to zero in on this thing. Mama's Love is really one of the best kept secrets in the game. Like, how do moms traumatize them? And it's not the moms, you know, please forgive them for they know not what they do. It's not the moms directly. It's the spirit that's made a home in them. For we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with spirits and wickedness in high places. That's not a Bible verse. That is just truth. So whether it's written on the pyramids or whether it's written in the Bible or the Torah, that's just truth. All the glory to the Most High. So we see that they have a lost energy. At the end of the day, women are not hardwired with logic. They have a loss. You can't have logic and emotions at the same time. It just doesn't work. Those colors don't rhyme. So the powers that be, they do prey on this. And this is, we get what we deserve out of life. So they operate with this lost energy, which they were not able to overcome. And they're supposed to be a part of a family, be under the man. He's the president, she's the vice president, and operate in that spiritual order, the Most High, your spiritual practice, men, women, children. They're supposed to operate in that way, so that way they can be brought out of hell, not bring you down into hell. That's how it's supposed to work. But with the current setup that we have today, it's not geared in that direction. So the kids are going to suffer. The kids are going to be subject to this reality of having to lose these tender years of doing things that are important to build their cognitive and, you know, vital skills. That's taken away from them. That's taken away from them. And once we can highlight that, we can see it, we can do something about it. But right now, what a lot of people do is they just throw their head in the sand. They act like it's not there. They act like it's not their experience. And this thing's going to get on a grand scale, especially when you throw lonely fans into the equation. You throw Instagutter, you throw Snap Clap, you throw all these different avenues that they have now that are just really leaving a carbon footprint. What do you see that's going to do to the children? What are you going to see? Because, you know, in my day, and I have a baby boomer mother. Again, I'm halfway to 80. Like, they didn't have this digital footprint where somebody could be like, oh, let me pull her up. Right. Oh, there she is right there in 2021, busting it open for a real one. What are they going to do when that is presented to them? Gen Alpha, Gen Z. And that's what a lot of Gen Z guys are experiencing. But you know how they're experiencing it? They're experiencing it on the low. They're experiencing it internally. There is absolutely, they can fake it all they want. What I tell a lot of those young guys, just keep living, buddy. Just keep living. I'm not a baby boomer. I'm going to be around to have front row seats to the show. Show me what you got. And what a lot of those guys are doing right now is they're just denying it. That's why I tell them, if they find a woman, womb donors at best, roll those salt shakers. Roll those salt shakers. But you got to understand that there's a possibility that you're going to pay $500 to $1,000 a month in child support and never see your child. If you're okay with those terms, then you're built for this. If you're not okay with those terms, sit on the sidelines and watch your genes die out. It'd be an easy decision for me. But let's get to the next one. Let me get you off the screen, big dog. And let's keep cooking here. We're going to keep this moving and grooving. I want to be here for a good time, not a long time. And shout out to CGA. Hold on. Let me give another shout out to his channel. Let me make sure I hit everything here. Here's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. He is Coach Alini, the best edutainment on YouTube. He's got so many names in the games. Just call him James. Like, this is one of the most awesome YouTubers by far. Check out his locals channel. Also check out his money mindset. So we are reacting to clips. If you're unfamiliar with him, check his channel out. We are reacting to clips from one of his live streams. And it was just really something that is on the wavelength of what I'm on as far as exposing those spiritual things. This is a spiritual channel to a certain extent. What we're here to do is to do energy strengthening, but then also converse about things that are going on in life in the world. So this really inspired me to make this video tonight. And we are at clip number 3. I let all my clips play through. But if you got anything that you want to say, put it into the comment section. All comments will be read on stage, and you guys make the show. But let's play that third clip, and let's keep on seeing how we can expose Mama's Love and who actually hurt you. Check this out.
Why did you give her a kiss? They'll ask, and they're like, you're married to mom. So women and men will think kids are dumb, and you'll have them. You'll be like, okay, sit in the back seat. You'll give them an iPad or a phone, or give them McDonald's or a cookie or a treat, or you'll give them ice cream after the fact to cover from this. But what happens is you think they're not watching. You think they're not watching you. You're like, okay, they're not looking, but they're sitting right there. Or you put them in the bedroom and then they see some nigga coming up the stairs. All right. And then they ain't going to look out and peek through the door. People think kids are dumb. And I'm going to just tell you as a parent, kids are not dumb. All right. Don't think that they're dumb and not seeing this, and they're not registering it, and they're not,
big facts. They're
not learning from it, and they're not losing respect for you. And they're not traumatized by these actions. Yeah, there's trauma. And these trauma events are forever in their memory. They can recall it. They can remember the day, what the weather was, the smell. It happens. They may not be able to put the whole story together, but they're going to have some memories related to this. And the more you expose them, the more they're going to actually interpret this later on when what's going to happen? They start experiencing it themselves in the real world. Okay, so in the real world, they'll start experiencing real life situations where they'll start dating girls who start lying to them and moving funny. And then these events will come up and go, damn, my mom was moving like this. My dad was moving like this. My granny was moving like this. I saw them doing this when I was 9. And now I know, because now I'm dealing with that situation now. The insecurity of their girl going to a nightclub, a party, and they're insecure. People are like, oh, you just insecure. But they're like, nah, I saw my auntie. I saw my grandma. I saw my mama moving like that. Now I see how she was moving. Now you got step parents, and you see how your step parents are moving, and you now remember why people were tussling and arguing, and you were 8, 9, 10, and furniture were moving. And you're like, oh, wow.
Exactly.
That's because dad was getting feedback that the mom was out here creeping. So why creep? Yeah, just keep it on the down low. So now as an adult, you start experiencing it, and now you know where that trauma insecurity comes from. And now people don't want, oh, well, you need trauma, you need therapy. This person is a person that they're going to say, well, this guy just needs therapy. He hates his mama. Well, nah, his mama was moving funky, as you can see, but I'll play portions of the video. Let's continue.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I
Hey, he's cooking, man. He's absolutely cooking. Let me get that banner off the screen real quick. Yeah, he's absolutely cooking, and he's absolutely right. That's exactly what happens. They observing. They're little sponges. They're taking in everything that's happening. Again, they may not understand and can break it down X's and O's, but they know you wasn't there in the morning. They know you wasn't there last night. They know that this guy's different than maybe the last guy that they seen over the last 6 months. They understand it because that is how you truly have a relationship with someone, is the time that you invest with them. That nothing else matters. I mean, you could say you love them 1,000 times through text, through FaceTime, but that actual experience that you have with that person, human to human, warm body to warm body, face to face, that's what really matters, especially in those tender years. That's how children make those connections. So when they see that you're moving funny like that, and then they grow up and they can see that, hey, you're moving exactly how my mom moved, and there was 3 different guys in the background, and then you was leaving me at grandma's house and feeding me McDonald's at 10:30 in the night, then they know that, hey, this is probably exactly what's happening to me in my relationship as well too, and that this ain't gonna work, or they're gonna feel some type of way. That trauma is gonna fester, and I'm gonna give you guys a solution on how to deal with that tonight. It's gonna be solution o'clock at some point. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna know where I'm gonna go with it. Clean out your cup, and then fill that up with something that's worthy, and then go from there. Go from there. But CGA is absolutely right. He's absolutely cooking. He's illustrating it in a perfect way. And this is a lot of the younger guys' experience. Heck, this is a lot of the millennials, whether older or younger or in the middle, experience as well too. And definitely, this is a lot of Gen X's experience. Hold on, let me let Ricky Tan tell you exactly.
Emotional, damn it.
A lot of people experience this emotional damage. Again, it starts in the womb. And if you want to understand, if you want me to break that down, because I'm trying to be here for a good time, not a long time, put into the comment section. Say, Sky Daddy, fo. Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on the replay, how does it start in the womb? You got to explain that to me. So glad you asked. But you got to actually ask. Put it in the comment section, and I'll be happy to break that down for you. But this guy is illustrating as a adolescent, as a younger male adult, how it affected him. And he's just basically telling millions and millions and millions of Gen Z guys' story of who hurt them. And this is exactly who hurt them. But let me play clip number 4. There's a total of 5 clips. And then we'll get to solution o'clock and we'll get up out of here. But here's clip number 4.
Just needs therapy. He hates his mama. Well, nah, his mama was moving funky, as you can see, but I'll play portions of the video. Let's continue.
Why he paying her
real
bills,
funny style.
and she leaving, doing red carpet events and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck she was explaining to him, but we was at the house by ourselves, where he couldn't come watch us and shit like that because she didn't know.
And you're gonna say that's just his mama, but there's levels to
what
this.
she had going on. So we would literally be at the house by ourselves. Me, my brother, and my sister just sitting in her bed crying, waiting.
All right, see, waiting for her to come home. Back in the day, you used to just leave your kids, and women would leave their kids. I had neighbors, two young boys. I think
Serious
I was probably
trauma.
12, 13, or 14, and I had neighbors of a young woman, and she drove a Jetta. She was a little baddie from 1980.
In the comments, let me know
And she
if
was
this
a
happened to
young
you.
mom. She had these 2 young boys, and she would just leave them there for days. They would come to my door. You got some sugar? You got some water? You got some bread? And that's how women used to do growing up. They'd be down there with Eazy-E and James Worthy and all the Lakers and Magic Johnson and them partying, getting tricked on, fucked on, doing monkey double backflip, stripping, and all this shit. And this woman used to drive a white Jetta drop top. I remember it like yesterday, bruh. And I barely saw her, but I saw them motherfucking broke ass kids every day. They was at my door.
Uzi car.
And I was like, what you need sugar for, nigga? Oh, we gonna make sugar sandwiches. You got some syrup? Like, damn. And now what happens is when you grow up to be an adult, now you know your mama was a skeezer. You knew your mama was a skeezer. You're like, damn, just leaving you at the crib. By the way, that wasn't child abuse back in the day. Women could just have 2 and 3 kids, just staying up there hungry and shit.
Coach, fair use.
Cupboard bare, begging neighbors for shit. All right, let's continue.
For her to get home, and this bitch on planes going across the country doing red carpet events, meeting up with Gucci Mane and fucking T.I. and all these people. Where I remember at one point in her life, she was just a fucking threesome for T.I. and Tiny, where she was going out her way to get fucked on by these niggas. And then she had Bow Wow friend Cleo, the nigga from Ho Zero. He had took me to Chick-fil-A and gave me a Chick-fil-A sandwich and shit like that. Told me that I need to be a better kid for my mom because she trying so hard.
Okay, so I don't
laugh,
know. Look,
man.
Chick-fil-A, was Chick-fil-A around at the time that he might have been a minor? that might be questionable there, but you do hear this what you call the simp enforcing. So now you have the son husbandry of the men that knows their mom is a skeezer. So the people in her church know mom is a skeezer. They know she's turning tricks for Deacon Clapcheeks. And what they'll do is they'll get the son in there. Do better. Your mom is struggling. Do better for her. You be there. You protect her under all costs. Don't snitch on her. Don't go to the Child Protective Services. Don't claim to be abused. So they'll
press one in the chat.
The son to be a son husband.
Live or replay if your mom
and a lot
gave
of
you
people
that
in the community do that, knowing the mom is out here doing bad in life. Right? She out here not doing well and covering her bills by CGA taking care of them bills. Okay. All right, Chick-fil-A, y'all saying Chick-fil-A was around at this time. So shout out to you. And I'm going to say this guy is probably in his mid-20s. So yeah, that doesn't go that far back. Okay. Yeah, don't snitch on her. Don't tell, don't call the police. You know, if you ever home alone, just trust me, your mama out here making it. Think about she got to take 8 buses and she got to walk uphill both sides and smell to make a way for you. She out here working 3 jobs in the middle of the night, bagging groceries.
Even as a crack fiend,
meanwhile,
mama.
She up in there jumping up on Deacon Clapcheek's dick like a pogo stick. All right, so, and she out there at T.I. and Tiny's house doing threesomes and trains and orgies. All right, doing coca and smoking weed up.
Emotional, damn it.
Sheesh. Put one in the chat if you've had some of these experiences where, you know, your mom has brought you around some sketchy characters. Put one in the chat if your mom has left you for, you know, great periods of time on end. Put a one in the chat if you sense that your mom was buying you something in order to appease for her absence and her inability to be there for you when you truly needed her. Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on the replay, put a one in the chat if you've had that experience. And Gen Z men, also Gen Z women, we're leaving Gen Z women out as well too, because what they're seeing is that a lot of this is okay. And I'm really focusing in on Gen Z because a lot of these millennial people, I mean, we don't really matter at this point other than to harken back as far as giving people wisdom and our information and our experience. We're not the front runners of society anymore. We're on the other side of things to where we should be more of a elder, a person who can, you know, correct and edify at this point. But as far as being the main player, those days have passed. Gen X, you're definitely down the road. You guys are at grandparent status, most of you. And then baby boomers, I mean, you're right here. Yeah, baby boomers, you pretty much up out the game. So it doesn't matter what, you know, a lot of baby boomers got going on at this point. Yeah, I know they living longer and blah, 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 blah. But a lot of them are incoherent and irrelevant at this point in the game. So this is really focused in on Gen Z and then also Gen Alpha, which, you know, at this point, they might still be a little bit too young for a channel like this. But maybe they'll watch this video down the road and they'll have some value for them. So the majority of my audience that this is for is for Gen Z because they're the ones that are experiencing this. A lot of these guys that are in their 20s that are trying to figure out which way to go. This is the way to go. This is what you have to correct first. You have to correct that trauma first, which is to clean out your cup. Then you have to pray without seasoning, which is to pour something of value into the cup now that it's cleaned out. If you don't do this, I'll make this promise to you. You will suffer and die. You're going to suffer and you're going to die. That's how it's going to go. So you guys have to address it. It's not going to go away. And when you address it, you're not going to go over there and go crazy on your mom or go, I wish I had the Here's William. You're not going to go, Here's William on your mom. You're going to see that the right thing to do is to forgive her because if she knew better, she could have did better. And it'd be best if you look her in her eyes and tell her this so that way you can get your strength back. You can get your courage back. And then you also want to forgive your father for not protecting you from your mom. And then from there, I guarantee you, if you pray without season, you stick with it, you stick with it, you stick with it, you stick with it. Notice I always say things in fours. But if you do that, you will not have anger again, and you'll be able to become the optimal person, which is just to have peace in your experience. Can you enjoy your lunch if you don't have peace? It'd be highly improbable. So these guys need to address this trauma that they experienced from their moms and from their childhoods, and that's who hurt you. That's who hurt you. A lot of your experiences, a lot of the reasons why you do the things that you do is because you're still dragging this trauma with different abilities, because we're in different bodies, but that energy, that trauma is still on the energy. You're still dragging it. And if you don't believe me, they make it very obvious. Hold on, I'm gonna give you guys a hint of who I'm gonna say. If you don't believe me, look at the so-called black community and tell me if they're operating from a masculine or feminine energy, and is it going in the most productive direction. And again, this is a spectrum. There's levels to this. But if you look at the undertone, for most people in today's world, not all, but most, they have this type of mentality. They have this type of energy. They have this type of way of operating. And that's who hurt them. You can't say one and the same. Well, father was a rolling stone and he left me, but then he also was here to traumatize me as well too. And I understand that there will be some trauma from somebody's absence, but if we truly look at it for the bigger portion of society nowadays, who hurt them, it is absolutely clear it was their mothers and the way that they raised them, as far as pushing them towards a digital world, so that way they can go out and do the things that they want to do, which was thought and plot. And, again, when I came across this during one of CGA's live streams, I said, Eureka! That's it. I got to do a stream on that. I got to use this as a case study in order to put it out there so that way people can see it. And then again, I'm going to give you something that's going to help you overcome that. But this is what most people are suffering from. And until they address it, we're going to continue to have a problem. Actually, I'm going to let Thanos say it for me.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Back to me. That's what it's going to bring you to. And not me per se is going to bring you back to stillness. You guys can't even enjoy your lunch, not unless you have peace. Not unless you have peace. And I absolutely got the way that's going to help you and deliver you peace. But all right, here's the 5th clip. I see I'm inching towards that hour mark, and I want to get up out of here. So here is the 5th clip. Shout out to CGA. Again, he carried my show within the first 5 minutes without even knowing that he was carrying the show. That's how good he is. But here's the 5th clip. I appreciate you, CGA. This was an excellent breakdown and commentary. So, yeah, I appreciate you, big dog, as far as even being able to have this information that I can share with my audience and give my rendition as far as reacting to your reaction. But shout out to you, big dog.
All right. All right. So that's what they're saying. You can see the simp enforcing, planning that image in his head. Trust me, your mom out here doing well here.
Wait. And gave me a Chick-fil-A sandwich and shit like that. Told me that
By the way, giving the kid, this is called grooming, by the way. This is grooming. Every definition of this is grooming. But of course, grooming only happens to women in our culture. So what did they do? They gave them fast food, dopamine. They gave them ice cream, cake, German chocolate cake and shit, and all kind of apple turnover pies, lemon meringue. All right. They start giving them lollipops and blow pops and all kind of now-laters and shit, and big bag of fucking Chicago popcorn. With the yellow and the caramel popcorn and the white popcorn, the Chicago mix. Meanwhile, your mom got her ass tooted up in the VIP section of Magic City. All right. Yeah, just like that, bro. All right, let's continue.
Need to be a better kid for my mom because she trying so hard. No, the fuck she not. This bitch is giving out coochie. That's all she was doing. That bitch wasn't doing shit for her kids. That bitch was going on her way to have fun and give out coochie to niggas so she could have money and have all this shit because she was pretty.
Hey, by the way, man,
I mean,
this is
he's
every
telling the
sugar
truth,
baby. Hey, ladies, I mean, I have sugar babies that have kids. All right. Just so you guys know, ladies, your kids see you out here with CGA and get them daddy season out here.
Get them daddy.
Your kids can see you. Your kids can see you.
Okay,
hey, crazy.
All right, golly, he out here telling on these young ladies out here, making a way for themselves, making a way on my own on the street, selling kitty cat. Let's continue.
And then I remember it was a time where she brought us around Gorilla Zone and shit like that. And
Hey,
was trying
yo,
to introduce
chill,
us to this
son.
nigga, and we didn't know who he
Chill.
was. So she had to apologize to the nigga because she felt bad that we didn't know who the fuck he was.
Oh,
I'm like, bitch, nobody give a fuck. We need our mom.
Oh,
we want you to take care of us. Fuck is wrong with
going
you?
in.
Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Oh. Then they grow up, and then when he starts doing the activities and he starts running through women, guess what? He's traumatized. He's going through a midlife crisis. He's gay. He really want to be with men, but he's just using his sexual expression to women to hide the fact that he's gay. And really, it was your mama the entire time.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Hey, can you guys handle the truth? Do you have the stomach? Do you guys have the stomach? I mean, tell me when he's lying. They're going to say who hurt you. You know, they're going to say, you know, you're bitter and hurt and blah, 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 blah. But what we want at the end of the day, and I'm really going to speak to my fellas for a minute, what we want is we want results. And there is no results without peace. Again, if you're watching this channel, this is my lane. My lane is to get us to do energy strengthening. I've heard us talk about, you know, how to deal with women. I heard us talk about financials. I've heard us, and I've been watching, you know, content for a long time now, but I haven't heard anyone say, hey, look, let's improve our energy. Let's get that to a certain point, and then let's deal with everything else from there. Like, that's exactly what I'm here to do. And you know, since we're at that point, and this is what my show is about, let's just go ahead and get into it. Won't need to drag this thing around. This is what we really here for. Let's go ahead and get past that trauma. Let's go ahead and get past that emotional damage that was done to us. Let's go ahead and be able to see it for what it is. If you've ever noticed, you know, when you do things that you really don't want to do, the thought comes first. And then once the thought comes, and just really observe that. Really slow down so that way God can catch up with you, so that way you can observe that. And when you observe that, before you go and do something that might be not beneficial to you, you're going to get a thought first. You're going to get the thought first, and then you're going to act on it from there. So if you can really slow down and see it for what it is, and this is how I use my mind. Let's say I'm hungry. My mind, the mind, not my mind, the mind will say there's Taco Bell. There's food downstairs, a salad or something like that that's better for me. And then there's Cheesecake Factory, and my energy will observe it, and then I'll still go get the Taco Bell, right? Hold on, let me give myself the buzzer, and I'm going somewhere with this. But I'll still go get the Taco Bell. Is that the issue? Absolutely not. Now, I shouldn't be eating Taco Bell probably at 12 o'clock at night. It's not going to be a good ending for me. Tastes as good just going down just as much as it does coming up. That's not the point. But when you're eating a Taco Bell, the mind gets real busy and starts saying, look at you, eating Taco Bell in your car. You're a fat ass. You're a fat boy. Look at you. You got mild sauce. You didn't need to get that many tacos. And then you say, Daddy, is that you? That's when the mind gets you. And that's where the problem starts. Same thing happens like when the guy was talking about, and I'm going to play that clip one more time, when he said that me and my siblings were in the bed crying, wondering where our mom is at. Are we not good enough? Why didn't she want to be with us? That's where the trauma really happens. So when you slow down enough to where you can put that in front of you and you can just observe it, I promise you, the creator is going to take it away from you. And even if you're doing the energy strengthening, I make this guarantee as well too. Even if you're doing the energy strengthening, and let's say you're just doing it waiting for the timer to go off, let's just say you're doing it just to prove me wrong for that it doesn't really work or something like that. I got a little secret for you. It still works. It still works. So go for it. But let me play this last clip one more time because I really see that it's truly vital to the point that I'm trying to make here today as far as who hurt you? Who hurt you? I mean, we've all heard it before, especially if you're a guy that say, hey, look, I want to go my own way. I want to do the free agent lifestyle. I just don't want to be a part of this game anymore because I see that the deck is rigged. Well, who hurt you? And then when you tell them who hurt you, they don't do anything about it. So why don't we take matters into our own hands, get a heart of love and not a heart of stone, and then go from there. Let's go from there.
All right. All right. So that's what they're saying. You can see the simp enforcing, planning that image in his head. Trust me, your mom out here doing well here.
Wait, and gave me a Chick-fil-A sandwich and shit like that. Told me that
By the way, giving the kid, this is called grooming, by the way. This is grooming. Every definition of this is grooming. 100%. But of course, grooming only happens to women in our culture. So what did they do? They gave them fast food, dopamine. They gave them ice cream, cake, German chocolate cake and shit, and all kind of apple turnover pies.
Again, put it one in the chat if that was your experience.
All right, they started giving them lollipops and blow pops and all kind of now-laters and shit, and big bag of fucking Chicago popcorn with the yellow and the caramel popcorn and the white popcorn, the Chicago mix. Meanwhile, your mom got her ass tooted up in the VIP section of Magic City. All right, yeah, just like that, bruh. All right, let's continue.
Need to be a better kid for my mom because she trying so hard. No, the fuck she not. This bitch is giving out coochie. That's all she was doing. That bitch wasn't doing shit for her kids. That bitch was going on her way to really have fun and give out coochie to niggas so she could have money and have all this shit because she was pretty.
Hey, by the way, man, this is every sugar baby. Hey, ladies, I mean, I have sugar babies that have kids.
This is like
all right,
80% of
just so you guys know, ladies.
Like 80%.
Your kids see you out here with CGA and get them daddy season out here.
Get them daddy.
Your kids can see you. Your kids can see you.
Okay, daddy.
I see you.
All right, golly, he out here telling on these young ladies out here, making a way for themselves, making a way on my own on the street, selling kitty cat. Let's continue.
And then I remember it was a time where she brought us around Gorilla Zone and shit like that and was trying to introduce us to this nigga and we didn't know who he was.
Not Gorilla Zone.
So she had to apologize to the nigga because she felt bad that we didn't know who the fuck he was.
Oh.
I'm like, bitch, nobody give a fuck. We need our mom.
Oh.
We want you to take care of us. Fuck is wrong with you?
That came from
my goodness. Jeez Louise. Oh. Then they grow up, and then when he starts doing the activities and he starts running through women, guess what? He's traumatized. He's going through a midlife crisis. He's gay. He really want to be with men, but he's just using his sexual expression to women to hide the fact that he's gay. And really, it was your mama the entire time.
Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Coach. Let me give you some more Americans with peach skin clapping it up. Check him out on YouTube, Locals, Money Mindset, aka Patreon. I mean, again, he's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. But without further ado, we are right at that hour mark. Let's get into energy strengthening. And if you're new to my show, you've never done this before, this is the best part about my show. This is exactly why I'm on YouTube. This is exactly why I started a channel. This is the basis of my show. Everything else that I do is just extra. So if I'm doing a reaction to CGA's clips, if I'm out in the street doing interviews, if I'm making shorts in my car, blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm truly here for, is to deliver this message. And I can't find my 3 minutes of energy strengthening, so let me go ahead and create another one. But we got a comment here. All comments are read on stage. We are here to fellowship. And fellowship is just two or more, here to correct and edify one another. But let's read this comment. And again, I do got my topic, who hurt you? I got my clips. But get in the comments, get active. You guys make the show. There is no show without you. But let's see what this comment is. I got Jay Flo in the house. Salute, Scott Daddy. Fofo. Cali, West Miami, and chat. I appreciate you, big dog, for being here. I got some Americans with peach skin clapping it up for you, too. Check me out on the replay, big dog, and get in the comments and get active, whether it's live, whether it's on the replay. Let me know what you think about my perspective on this, and let me know who hurt you, and maybe we can actually do something about it. And I don't know if you got sisters or just, you know, women in your life, and they'll say, who hurt you? like, really, if you tell them they're going to do something about it, they're not going to do anything about it. So it doesn't even matter. But I appreciate you again for being here, big dog. J Flow giving me some hands, clapping it up. Those look like Asian hands, my boy. Appreciate you. All right, but 3 minutes of energy strengthening so we can go ahead and get up out of here. I wanted to keep it under an hour. So if we do the energy strengthening now, and I can't find, oh, there it is. Boom, boom. Let me get that set up here real quick. And let me know what you guys think of the show. Let me know what you guys see as far as my perspective, my delivery, and my approach to what I'm seeing. If I'm on to something or just, who hurt me. So I see that this was really something that should have been brought to the light. And this is really the best kept secret in society as far as why a lot of people are not being optimum and why a lot of people are struggling out here. I'm actually working on a video called Therapy is a Scam. So I'm working on that as we speak. If this is really at the crux of it, if this is really, what's causing a lot of people to even need therapy is that trauma that they experience from their mom hurting them at adolescence and young male and woman adulthood. Is that really the true issue? And you know where I'm at with it. I definitely see that as the true issue. Feedback is important. I appreciate you, big dog. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's why, and men only, J Flow. A fellowship is just two or more, men only. We are supposed to be here to correct and edify one another, but stand and stand some more, even if you stand alone, big dog. So I'm gonna beat this drum, no matter what. This is my lane. This is my life's work. But J Flow, come join me, big dog. I'm getting ready to get out of here. 3 minutes of energy strengthening, and I guarantee if you stay with it, you'll never have anger again, my friend. You'll live a perfect life. But how the energy strengthening works is that you take your hands like so, you turn them over, you place them on your thighs. You tilt your head slightly, you feel a natural focus in between your eyebrows. You close your eyes, and then you just breathe and watch the thoughts like you're watching a movie. Don't know where they came from, don't know where they went. And you are not the thoughts. So you just keep watching it, watching it, watching it. The timer goes off, and in that moment, you just strengthen your energy just a little bit more. So we always set it for a minute more than what we need. So if we're going for 3 minutes of energy strengthening, I'm not a mathematician. That means we would set our timer at 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. And let me know when you get your timer set. All right, got mine set. And this is the best part about my show. This is exactly why I'm on YouTube. But I do some other fun stuff in the process. You got to put a little sugar on it, make it taste good. All right. But again, take your hands like so, turn them over, place them on your thighs, tilt your head slightly, feel natural focus in between your eyebrows. Close your eyes and just breathe. Here we go. All right, all right, all right, all right. And when you're doing the energy strengthening, try to sit as still as possible, but never, ever, ever, ever judge yourself. Whether it seems like your eyes want to open, it seems like you're twitching or anything like that. Just take it all in. Just take it all in, but try to sit as still as possible and just breathe. And if you want to, say to yourself internally, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind as you breathe in and out, but don't get too caught up in that either. Know that if you're just doing it and you're making the effort, you're doing it right. You got to bring it to the creator so that way you can take it away from you. But that is my show. Hopefully, and I had a really good time doing this show today. I really was inspired to bring this topic to the forefront because this drum needs to get beat more and more and more as far as exposing that our mothers are the ones that are traumatizing a lot of people, and then people are living out their lives with this trauma. And we're all experiencing this in the womb. I mean, nobody's getting away from that. 9 months when you're in the room, when you're in the womb, your energy is perfect. Your mom's energy is not. So she's emotional. Everything she's eating, you're eating. Everything that she's experiencing, you're experiencing. Whether it's music, whether it's the culture, whether it's her emotions, and I guarantee you, over that 9 month span, when you're in the womb, that she wasn't perfect. So if there is a slither, an absolute slither of a doubt, then why wouldn't you take the necessary steps so that way you could be the best version of yourself? I can tell you why you're not doing it, because you have the spirit that was put into your mother, the spirit of lostness, and you're weak. But if you take these necessary steps, it'll help you overcome that trauma. So that way nobody else can hurt you again. You don't have to wonder who hurt you. So that's my show today. I had a great time doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me leave you with this real quick. Hold on, let me on my way out. Now I hate to leave so many people in the chat, but I got to get up out of here. Let me give you some Americans with peace skin clapping it up. And then let me give you this real quick before I get up out of here. Where's my Are You Entertained? Did I take it off? Here we go.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yeah. I appreciate it. Larry, let me give you some props. J Flow. But Larry, QED. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Let me give all my brothers from another mother a special shout out for coming to support the channel. Let me give a shout out to Cali West.
My nigga.
He's always here supporting. I appreciate you, Cali West, my brother from another. But I appreciate you guys. I got to get up out of here. I wanted to stay here for a good time, not a long time. Hopefully you guys took some value from it. Hopefully you figured out who hurt you. Mama's Love 101. Shout out to the coach. Excellent clips that I had to work with. But if I stay any longer, I got to charge you. Watch the arrow. Peace.